Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss about the properties of cubes of natural numbers. Now, first property is cubes of odd numbers are odd and cubes of even numbers are even. If you are finding cube of any odd number, then you will get the answer as odd only, and if you are finding the cube of any even number, it will be even only. Like if I take 2 cube, the 2 is an even number, so when we find the cube of this 2, we get 8, which is again an even number. Similarly, if I find the cube of 5, 5 is an odd number, its cube is 125, so again it is an odd number. So first property is that cubes of odd numbers are odd and cubes of even numbers are even. I have given you 2 examples for this. Now moving on to the next property. The second property, if a number has 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 in the units place, then its cube will also end with the same digits. Its cube will also end with same digits. That is, if it is 1, then cube will also end in 1. If it is 4, cube will also end in 4. For example, let us take the cube of 11. The unit digit is 1. Its cube is 1331. So you can see that unit digit is 1 again, right? If I take the cube of 4, 4 cube is 64. So again you can see that unit digit is same. Take 5, 5 cube is 125. So again you can see the unit digit same. 6 cube 216, unit digit is same. 9 cube 729, unit digit is same. So now for property number 2 we have subpart. So this is your A subpart. If a number has 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 in the units place, then its cube will also end with the same digit. I have given you an example. If your unit digit is 1, your cube will also have 1 in the units place. If it is 4, again units digit in cube will be 4. If it is 5, units digit will be 5. If it is 6, units digit is 6. If it is 9, unit digit is 9. So I have given you the examples. Next, B part. If a number has 0 in the units digit, 0 in the units digit, then its cube will also end in 0. Will also end in 0, and it has 3 zeros in the end. It will have 3 zeros in the end. For example, if I take the cube of 10, it is 1000. You can see unit digit is 0 and same, and it has 3 zeros. If I have to take the cube of 100, as there are 2 zeros, so how many zeros will be there? It will have 6 zeros then. Its cube will have 6 zeros. So you will multiply it with 3 zeros. So 2 into 3, 6 zeros will be there in the cube, right? So this was your subpart B. Now we'll move to the third subpart C. If a number has 2 in the units digit, if a number has 2 in the units digit, then its cube will end in 8. And in 8. For example, 2 cube, we know it is 8. Similarly, if I take 12 cube, it is 1728. So again you can see that if your cube, the number is 2, your cube will end in 8. right? Next is D part. If a number has 3 in the units digit, if a number has 3 in the units digit, then its cube will end in 7. Will end in 7. For example, 3 cube is 27. So if your number is 3, units digit is 3, the cube will end in 7. So this was your fourth subpart. Now we'll move on to the fifth subpart. If a number has E part now, if a number has 7 in the units digit, 7, then its cube will end in 3, right? We can take the example of 7. 7 cube is 343. So you can see that if your units digit is 7, then your cube will end in 3. Next, last point, F1. If a number has 8 in the units digit, F part I am writing. If a number has 8 in the units digit, then its cube will end in 2. For example, let's take for 8 only. 8 cube is 512. So your unit digit is 2 when your cube is, and the number is 8. So again I am repeating. If your number has 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 in the unit space, its cube will end in the same digits. That is 1 for 1, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6 and 9, 9. If a number has 2 in the units place, its cube will end in 8. If a number has 3 in the units place, its cube will end in 7. If a number has 0 in the units place, its cube will end in 0, and it will be having 3 zeros in the end. If a number has 7 in the units place, its cube will end in 3, and if a number has 8 in the units place, its cube will end in 2, right? Now next property, third one. Third, cube of a negative integer is always negative. Cube of a negative integer is always negative. This is your third property. For example, if I take the cube of minus 5, that means you have to multiply this minus 5 3 times. Earlier also in the chapter exponents and powers, I told you that when your power is odd and you are multiplying the negative sign, then your answer is always negative. So minus 5 into minus 5 into minus 5, when we will do minus minus plus plus minus minus. So your answer will always be negative, right? So whenever your number is negative, your cube will also be negative. This was your third property. Now moving on to the last one, how to find the cube of a rational number. If any rational number is there, like p upon q, and you have to find the cube, then it means you have to find the cube for both numerator and denominator. So p cube upon q cube you will do. For example, if you have to find the cube of 2 by 5, what you will do? You will find the cube of 2, you will find the cube of 5. So your answer will be 8 upon 125. Right? So these were your properties related to the cubes. Now we'll move on to question number 5 of your exercise 4.1. Now till question 4, I didn't get any problem from your side yesterday. So I hope you all have done till question number 4. So I am doing question number 5 now. Question number 5 of exercise 4.1. Rahul makes a cuboid of plasticine of sides 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter and 5 centimeter. Now there is a cuboid whose length, breadth and height are given. So length of a cuboid is given 3 centimeters, breadth is given 3 centimeters and your height is given 5 centimeters. This is given. A cuboid is there. Now you have to find how many cuboids will you need to form a cube. Now these are the dimensions of one cuboid, right? Now he is saying that if from these dimensions, like a cuboid of these dimensions, a cube is to be formed, then how many cuboids are required? So for that, what do we require? First we should know what is the volume of cuboid. Right? What is the total capacity of the cuboid? We should know that. What is the formula for volume of cuboid? L into B into H. So we multiply 3 into 3 into 5. It is 9 5s are 45 centimeter cube. So this is the volume of one cuboid. You have to find how many cuboids are required to form a cube. ऐसे कितने cuboids और चाहिए कि एक बड़ा cube बन जाए. So, whenever you have to find the number of something, what do? We have to see that number of cuboids into volume of cuboid will be equal to volume of cube. This is what is given in the question. एक वॉल्यूम जो होगा क्यूब का, एक क्यूब का जो वॉल्यूम होगा वो जो ये वॉल्यूम क्यूबाइड का आया इनटू जितने हमें चाहिए. That we don't know. This number of cuboids we don't know. So number of cuboids into volume of cuboid is equal to volume of cube. This is what we require. So for that, what we will do? We find the prime factorization of 45. Now as it is volume of cube, what is the volume of cube? Formula do you know? Volume of cube? It is side cube. Volume of cube is side cube. So that means I need to find what is the cube root of here, or is it a perfect cube or not. Now you can see that this is not a perfect cube, because what do we require? We require 1 more 3 and 2 5s for making it a perfect cube. We require 1 3 and 2 5s. Now you can see that we can write this as n into volume of cuboid is equal to volume of cube is a cube. That means we want that this should be a perfect cube, right? Now what is required here? Volume of cuboid is 5 into 3 into 3 is equal to a cube. Now for making it a perfect cube, what do I require? In place of n, I require 2 more 5s and 1 3. Right? If I get this, then this will become a perfect cube. Is it clear? Is it clear? Again I am repeating. This was the volume of cuboid 45. We had found. Volume of cuboid we had found, it was 45. Now volume of cuboid into number of cuboids, it will make equal to the volume of cube. अब volume of cube का formula होता है a cube. Number of cuboids को हमने मान लिया n, because we don't know that. So n into volume of cuboid is equal to a cube. This means when these two are equals, ये अगर a cube है तो ये हमारा cube बनना चाहिए. This should be a perfect cube, because only then they will both be equal. Now we have checked, this is not a perfect cube. Now what do we want to make it a perfect cube? हमें और क्या चाहिए? What do we require? Now I have written n into 5 into 3 into 3. Now to make it a perfect cube, I need 2 more 5s and 1 3. एक 3 हमें और चाहिए और 2 5s हमें और चाहिए, तब हमारा ये perfect cube बन जाएगा. हमारे पास 3 5 का भी ग्रुप आ जाएगा और 3 का भी ग्रुप आ जाएगा. So we'll be having a perfect cube. That means our n will be equal to 5 into 5 into 3, which is 5 5s are 25, 25 3s are 75. So number of cuboids required are 75. Number of cuboids is equal to 75. So 75 cuboids will be required to make a cube. Okay. Now move on to question number 6. Find the volume of a cubical box whose surface area is 486 centimeter square. The surface area of cube is given. It is 486 centimeter square. Now you should know the formula of surface area for cube, because surface area is given in the question. So we have to apply the formula for surface area. Surface area means total surface area they are talking about. So total surface area for cube is 6a square, right? It is equal to 486. From here we will find the value of a. Now 6 was multiplying here, so when it comes here it will be divided. So a square is equal to 81. That means a will be equal to, now we have to remove this square, so it will become square root. What is the square root of 81? Square root of 81 is 9. I told you to learn the squares. So a square is, a is 9 centimeter. Now we have got the value of a as 9. Now we have to find the volume of cube. I am writing here. Volume of cube formula is a cube. So it will be equal to 9 cube. Put the formula 9 into 9 into 9. 9 nines are 81. 81 nines are 729. So volume of cube will be 729 centimeter cube. So this was your question number 6. Now let's discuss question number 7, 8 and 9. These are very simple. I'll be just telling one part, and rest of the parts you will do yourself. Very easy question. 7th question is, which of the following are cubes of even natural numbers or odd natural numbers? आपको बताना है इनमें से ये सारे क्यूब्स दिए हुए हैं आपको. These are given perfect cubes. आपको बताना है कि ये परफेक्ट क्यूब्स इवन नंबर के हैं या ऑड नंबर के हैं. ओनली दिस यू हैव टू टेल, राइट? सो लेट मी discuss first part. 125. This is the perfect cube. Now, is it a cube of an even number or an odd number? You have to just see whether this number is an odd or even. Just now we have done property number 1. So as this is an odd number, so it is the cube of an odd number, right? Similarly, if I take 512 second part, this is an even number, so it will be the cube of an even number, because we did the property that cube of even number is even and cube of odd number is odd, right? Rest of the parts you do yourself. Question number 8. Now question number 8 is, write ones digit of the cube of each of the following numbers. The number is given and you have to tell that what will be the unit digit of its cube. So we have done property number 2. Property number 2 was that if your unit digit is 1, your cube will have the unit digit 1. So you will write 1 is at the units digit of its cube. 1 is at the units digit of cube, right? So same way you have to do rest of the parts. Question number 9. Second part I am doing. It is 3 1 upon 5. You have to find the cube of this number. Find the cube. Now how to find cube? First we will make it in the form of a rational number, like in proper fraction. 5 3s are 15. 15 plus 1, 16 upon 5. Right? Now as you have to find its cube, so we will write, and then we will find the cube of both the numbers. Cube of 16 is 4096. 16 into 16 into 16 is 4096, and cube of 5 is 125. So this is what is there in exercise 4.1. So you have to complete question number 5 to 9 in your notebooks. Plus I am starting with this exercise 4.2 today, in which I am telling you how to find the cube root. Okay, so first example only we will be doing. Find the cube root of 1728 by prime factorization. This we have done in the previous class also. It's just a repetition of that. That is why I am including this example today only. Example number 1. This is of 4.2. Right? So it is find the cube root of 1728 by prime factorization. So just by prime factorization, you will find the cube root. So start dividing. 2 6 are 12. Sorry, 2 8 are 16. 2 6 are 12, and 2 4 are 8. Then again 2 4s are, 2 3s are, 2 2s are. Again 2, 2 2s are, 2 1s are, 2 6s are. Again by 2, 108. Again by 2, 54. Again by 2, 27. Then by 3, 9s are, 3 3s are, 3 1s are. So when you find the cube root of 1728, same as we did yesterday, we'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 2's, 4, 5, 6, and there are 3 3's. Now what we have to do in finding the cube root? I have to see whether there is a group of 3 or not. So one group, second group, third group. So out of these groups, 1 2 will be out, one more 2 will be out, and 1 3 will be out. So your answer will be 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So it will be 12, right? So 12 is the cube root of 1728. So based on this, you have to do question number 1 of exercise 4.2 also, right? So today's homework is question number 5 to 9 of exercise 4.1 and question number 1 of exercise 4.2. This will be your homework, right? So practice this, and if any problem comes up, please ask. Thank you so much.